You're welcome to Year 12 and Year 13 Parents Information for GCE Business Studies. The A-Level GCE Business is a 2-year program. That is, students will have the AS and then they have the A2. The program runs for 2 years. They would have the mock exam in AS at the end of the year, that is in May, June, and then they would have the main exam, which is the exam board exam, in the second year. The course has 4 things that has to be covered over 2 years. The first 2 themes, theme 1 and 2, will be covered in the first year, and theme 3 and theme 4 will be covered in the second year. In year 1 of the A-level, student will cover theme 1 and theme 2. Theme 1 is marketing and people. Theme 2 is managing business activity. Theme 1 is subdivided into 2 sections, which is marketing and then people. In marketing, student will learn about the market structure. They will learn about customer needs and wants. They will learn about supply, demand, and all the things that deals with marketing of the business. This will relate to the marketing side of the business. Now, theme 2, which is managing business activities, will relate to finance, financial planning, managing finance, resource management, external influence. There are other subtopics that the student will have to learn also in this content. Now, the exam, the assessment mode is mock exam, which they would write. The main mock exam will be written in June. The exam is in 2 parts, paper 1 and paper 2. Paper 1 covers theme 1 and paper 2 covers theme 2. The exam will run for 1 hour, 30 minutes for each paper, and it is 80 marks for each paper in total. Paper 1 is 50% of the total grade, and paper 2 is 50% of the total grade. In the second year, students will be covering theme 3 and theme 4. Theme 3 is business decisions and strategy. Theme 4 is global business. Theme 3 covers business objectives and strategies, business growth, decision-making techniques, influences on decisions, assessing competitiveness, and also they'll be looking at managing change. They'll be looking at change management. That is theme 3. In theme 4, this is global business. So they'll be looking at the global outlook of a business. That's what they will be studying. They'll be looking at globalization. They'll be looking at global markets and business, and also globalization. They will look at global marketing, global industries and companies, and they will also be looking at multinational companies. And they will also be learning about the FDI, the foreign direct investment. These are the topics that will be covered in year 2. For the year 1 paper, that is the AS paper, the paper is similar in nature. That is, paper 1 and paper 2, they are similar in nature, in structure. They are divided into 3 parts, 3 sections: section A, section B, and section C. Section A and B are similar in structure. This consists of, section A consists of 2 2-marker questions, 2 4-marker questions, 1 8-marker question, and 1 10-marker question. Same goes for section B, with 2 2-marker questions, 2 4-marker questions, 1 8-marker question, and 1 10-marker question. Section C is just 1 20 marker question. Section C is just one 20 marker question. Each of the sections have case studies that will be given in each sections, and the students will have to answer questions in relation to the case study given to them. Every question is highly contextualized. There is no question that is not contextualized. In section A, they also have the 2 marker question are keywords questions. So the students have to really know their keywords. 2 in section A, 2 in section B. These are direct keyword questions. They are the only question which are not contextualized. Every other question is contextualized. So students have to answer the questions in the context of the case study. The main exam at the end of year 2 consists of 3 papers: paper 1, paper 2, and paper 3. Paper 1 consists of theme 1 and theme 4. This makes up 35% of the total qualification. Paper 2 consists of theme 2 and theme 3, which also makes up 35% of the total qualification. Paper 3 is a synoptic paper. That is, this covers every single theme that has been learned from year 1 to year 2. That is, from theme 1 to theme 4. It is a 30% of the total qualification. So paper 1 will be marketing, people, and the global business. Paper 2 will be business activities, decisions, and strategy. Paper 3 is investigating business in a competitive environment. These are the topics for the 3 papers that will be sat in year 2. In year 2, for the final exam, paper 1 and 2 are similar in nature and in structure. The paper is divided into 2 parts, section A and section B. Section A consists of 2 4-marker questions, 1 10-marker question, 1 12-marker question, and 1 20-marker question. Section B also consists the same similar mode, which is 2 4-marker questions, 1 10-marker question, 1 12-marker questions, and 1 20-marker questions. These are similar in structure. For paper 3 in the final exam, the paper is also similar in nature to paper 1 and 2, except for the 8-marker question. Rather than have 2 4-marker questions, they would be writing 1 8-marker question in section A, 1 10-marker question, 1 12-marker question, and 1 20-marker question. The same is repeated in section B, which is 1 8-marker question, 1 10-marker question, 1 12-marker question, and 1 20-marker question. The case studies are released in each sections. There are between 3 to 4 case studies in individual sections. That is, in section A, they will be given 3 to 4 case studies. They have to read these case studies, analyze the case studies, understand the case studies, and the question that will be set will be relevant and related to the case studies. They have to use their knowledge of what they've learned in total in theme 1, theme 2, theme 3, and theme 4 to answer all the questions. The same goes for paper 1, which is theme 1 and theme 4. This has to be the questions, the same similar questions will be given to them, and they will also have to answer the questions in that regard. Every question is contextualized. They will have to show knowledge, they will have to show application, they have to analyze, and in analyzing, they will have to show cause and effect, the reason for an action of a business decision and what the impact will be. Now, they have to show the strings of impact in a particular situation. There will be a string of impact, and they need to be able to express that. Also, they need to be able to explain in detail and give argument for and argument against. They have to have a balance of judgment. Whatever format the question comes, the student must always argue for and against. They must always argue for and against. This has been told to them over and over again in their lesson, and they've been practicing this also. So they know that, and they must also give conclusion and balance of judgment. Now, the 20 marker question is different, because in the 20 marker question, they will have to make recommendation in their conclusion. They will have to make recommendation in their conclusion. It is very important that they make recommendation in a 20 marker question. And also, they will also be able to evaluate. The word there is evaluate for a 20 marker question. For the all other type of questions, the 8, 10, and 12, it is assess. But in the 20 marker question, the word is evaluate, and they have to make recommendation. And in their conclusion, they must have what we call a value added point. They understand that they've been taught that they must have a value added point. This will help them to gain their marks. Below are the key dates for mock exam. Year level students will be writing a pre-mock assessment in the week commencing 12th of October, and they will be writing paper 1 exam during that week. They will also be writing the autumn mock exam, which will consist of a full paper 1 exam and part paper 2 exam, which will be based on all that is covered until the mock period. But in March, students will be writing full paper 1 and full paper 2 exam in March, spring mock then. Year 10 also will be writing a mock paper. In the first mock, they will be writing part of paper 1 exam, but in summer, they will be doing a full paper 1 exam. That is for year 10. The school has set dates for all mock exams in the school, which the students are aware of. Added to this also, students will also be writing end of topic test, and they will also be writing mini test in accordance to their needs. This is to prepare the students for their final exams. Below are a recommended textbook and also a revision guide book that student can obtain and use for revision. This will be very helpful for them in their independent learning. This revision guide and the textbook covers every topic that has been learned extensively. Particularly the textbook covers every topic extensively, and the revision guide will prepare them for exam type questions, so they can obtain that for their own individual revision to support their learning. Below are the different links that students can use for online revision and much more. These also have been given to students, and they can go online to do more revisions. They can also go to YouTube, because we actually use YouTube videos in class and for learning, so they know how to access YouTube for their learning, which is very, very good for different topics. All they need to do is type the topic on the YouTube and they will see different videos that will come up for them to be able to use for their independent learning. Please do find my email address below for further inquiry or any information you might need with regards to revision or any learning resources. Thank you very much. If you require further information, please do not hesitate to contact me through my email, which is on the screen. Thank you very much. Really appreciate your support for the students and for the school. Have a great day.